So your Scrum team is ordering and refining its product backlog. How can you ensure that technical dependencies between product backlog items are taken into account? How do you know that all of the items your team implements add up to a business or mission valuable solution? A user story map can help. Hello, and welcome to Agile Cheetah. I'm Frank Velazquez. I explain Agile and DevOps concepts so you can successfully apply them within your team or across your organization. If you want to improve how your organization develops software, manages software systems development, or fosters organizational agility, you've come to the right place. Sounds like what you're looking for? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. In this video, I explain what a user story map is and how it supports the ordering and refinement of product backlogs. A product backlog is essentially an ordered and prioritized queue. As the number of user stories grows, it becomes increasingly difficult to see how all of the stories come together into a system or solution. This is especially true for solutions that involve workflows. A list of ordered features written as user stories does not communicate how those features work together and what dependencies exist between them. Scrum teams can use user story maps to organize product backlogs across solution workflow steps, sprints, and releases. Scrum teams may use user story maps in tandem with product backlogs to help identify dependencies during backlog refinement. They are also valuable for planning releases. This is a user story map for a fictional online retail system. It maps a system workflow associated with customer service feedback management. Before fleshing out this scenario, let's walk through the elements of the user story map. Across the top of the user story map are the user roles involved in the workflow, in the order they participate in the workflow. The next row lists the key business processes associated with this workflow. These are the highest level business processes performed in the workflow in the order they are performed. The next row is the walking skeleton of the user story map. It breaks down the highest business processes into coarse-grained business tasks to automate. Depending on their size, these could become epics in the product backlog. The yellow cells in the last row are user stories that decompose the items in the walking skeleton. This decomposition is not one person's idea of how epics should be broken down. It is instead the result of ongoing collaboration within the Scrum team's product owner and development team and project sponsors, stakeholders, customers, and end users. A user story map can also simplify mapping between product backlog items and sprints, releases, and other milestones. Development of a user story map is an iterative process. As the solution takes shape iteratively and incrementally, more users, user stories, business activities, and business tasks emerge, requiring changes to the user story map and the product backlog. Back to our fictional online retail site. Two product backlog items read as follows. As a customer, I want the choice to provide feedback about the customer service I received so that I can communicate whether my issue was resolved to my satisfaction and why. As a customer service representative, I want access to customer feedback about issues I handle so that I learn how best to improve my performance. The deliverable for the first item is a user feedback form. However, this involves more than providing users a web page to enter data and a database table to store it. To accomplish the second item, the Scrum team needs to develop a workflow that links multiple roles across the organization. The second item is likely an epic in need of decomposition, while the first item is likely a user story the development team can finish in one sprint. As product backlog refinement occurs, the scope of individual stories and of the entire workflow will likely change. In this workflow, the customer service coordinator reviews incoming feedback submittals, categorizes them, and assigns them to the appropriate part of the organization for resolution and acknowledgement. Should the initial assignment be inappropriate or fail to yield a satisfactory outcome, the customer service coordinator works across the organization to identify the right people to address the feedback. Once an appropriate response is crafted, it is sent to the customer. The customer also has the option to respond to the response. User story maps can help your team order and refine its product backlog plan releases, and communicate status and plans to sponsors and stakeholders. Has your team or program used user story maps? What other tools or techniques have you used to organize your product backlogs? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Want to learn more? Head to the Agile Cheetah website at agilecheetah.com for in-depth research articles and videos on all things Agile and DevOps. You can also follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Again, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please click on the like icon, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell notification icon to ensure you won't miss anything. Thank you. Until next time, this has been Frank Velazquez with Agile Cheetah.